Yeah, hop in the phone, I lane change. Bitches be eggy, I maintain. The niggas I'm with, that's gang gang. I've been with the shit.
Let the paint stain, I've been. Let's jump right into it. Family, can we let the people know who you are? Let's start at the beginning. Who is Cortez?
Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Real rap, you know, pioneer battle rap. Just overall though, I just feel like I'm the plug. Like,
Yeah.
if you fuck with me, you good. You feel what I'm saying? Like in any aspect. So, you know, Cortez, man, Brooklyn, we here, man.
I love that. I love that.
Rap game.
Shout out to Brother Ab, shout out to Cortez and his whole team. Listen, it's an honor to have you here today. And you know, we definitely want to talk about your past battle history, even your recent battle history. You've been smoking shit, currying shit, not in real time. Like, it's an honor to see that. And I definitely want to talk about your music, because that's what the Boss Talk is about. We want to get into who you are as an artist, but we gotta bring up the battles.
Yeah.
Give me your top two notorious. Listen, guys, we're sponsored by Vakila. Shout out to both they got the same time. Listen, what are your top two battles in your from your perspective?
My top two battles, I would definitely say Hitman Holla. That's a classic.
Let's send some love to his family.
We definitely Hitman Holla. I just feel like the moment, how important it was to the culture. You know, the timing, what it did for URL. That's definitely up there. And I feel like my Holland battle, that's the one in Toronto, and I feel like that one too, I think that's still arguably one of the top two or top three greatest battles on King of the Dot, period. So it's like, you know, early work too, that's the crazy thing, you know. Sometimes I look at that too, it's like, yo, when you start so high, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to sometimes maintain and or like duplicate that, or you find yourself trying to duplicate that, you know. But those two battles, I think, is more or less about timing, especially for me too. Like as a new up and coming battle rapper, artist, brand, whatever you want to call it, I wouldn't be here now if I didn't lay those bricks back then. You know what I mean? So that's why those four are important to me. And then on both scales, both of the biggest leagues. Million views, classics on both. It solidified a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It allowed me to talk my shit, allowed me to negotiate things. So yeah, those two very important on all scales.
That's amazing. I'm gonna pass it to you next highlight. But before we get to that, I forgot to even ask you, like, why battle?
Why?
Yeah.
It wasn't supposed to. Like I was working on getting a record deal. I had certain situations, certain talks. I was doing showcasing and all that. But there was a cypher outside of the pyramid one day. Shout out to the pyramid training camp. And there used to be this truck. You know how you used to wrap the vans and hip hop trucks? It was a truck. It was DVDs. This is like 2006, 2007. And they would sell their DVDs. It was called What's Really Hood DVD. And them niggas used to come out with the camera, you know, big movie camera. Niggas start ciphering. Start getting crazy in a cipher. Fred the God ends up being in that cypher. Rest in peace.
Oh man.
Fred the God was in that cypher. A couple of other people were in that cypher. That it was early groundworks of getting to know who's who in the city, up and coming type shit. And my man that was with me, my man Shorty 140, he had some important dude with him or whatever, and he worked for Fight Club MTV too. Fight Club had got a season on MTV. I don't know if people remember that. So that shit was like buzzing, crazy. That's how when Sirius Jones and Jen dropped, it was on TV type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So when niggas was like, yo, you ever consider battle rapping? Now I had battled on the blocks, like that just comes with the territory. You know what I'm saying? So I got bars. I don't care what it is. I know what to do, and I know all my rhymes. You know, back then niggas knew all they rhymes. I can rap it slow. I can rap it fast. I can spit a girl verse and went around. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, so they was like, yo, come up to Fight Club. I go up to Fight Club. Shout out my guy Vaughn Jeff. He do a lot of this shit with Math now on the MEO podcast. But like, Vaughn was like the A&R for Fight Club, and he was the rest. So I go there, I end up down to 10 dudes that day. And I had just mixtape verses, the verse I had in my head. I battled, and I ended up down in Jag at the end. Like, Jag, they flew him from Cali. So then that's the first time I meet Jag. It's just crazy. So boom, after that, that was like the tryouts. They was just like, yo, y'all niggas gotta come back. Y'all gotta come back. You know what I mean? And started coming back, and then they lost their deal. The MTV didn't pick up season 2. And there was a fire. They lost footage. Some shit. I don't know. Damn. All I know is that all them battles, nobody knows where they at to this day. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, alright, whatever. But I met Hollow in there unknowingly. I met Lada Zay in there. I met Philly Swain. I met Hami Hum. I met Jag. I met so many people that are important now. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Back then. And then after that, I had a name in the hood because the hood knew I was in the Fight Club. Exactly. Nobody seen it, but niggas knew. And rest in peace, my homegirl 80 the General, she used to do the showcases. And she was on some, you'll call you the nicest Latino. Like, she always would go hard for me. She's like, you don't understand, like, you the next pun. Like, I'm telling you, she always go hard for me. So she called me one day and she's just like, yo, DJ Vlad is having this thing called Butcher Battles. And I signed you up, and it's tomorrow. And you're gonna end up battling like 8, 9, 10 people. It's tomorrow. I'm like, yo, AD. I'm like, yo, AD. I got my son. I was working at the time. I was doing everything. I was like, yo, like tomorrow, and I gotta memorize mad verses. Like, still, you want to fresh up on how to time. So I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, yo, you wildin' right now. And she's like, I don't give a fuck. Niggas need to ready. You said you got busy in the Fight Club, nigga. I signed you up. I didn't know who DJ Vlad was. Yeah. Nobody knew. It was called Butcher Battles. Nigga, we get there. It's for $1,000. I thought, right? Yeah. No, it was $1,000 in Machiavelli clothing. Nobody want that shit. Okay.
Niggas put that shit in fun print. Niggas said $1,000.
$1,000 worth
of Machiavelli clothing. Yeah.
So nigga, please.
All right.
Yeah. Resale value crazy.
Yo, when I see Vlad, when I get that Vlad in me, I'm gonna have to tell him about that. But the funny thing is, I battled 10 dudes that day. I ended up battling a dude named J Focus. I smoked him, right? I made it all the way to the end of that day, and then I just ran out of verses. And the dude, his name was Sinai, he freestyled, and this shit was trash, but he freestyled and he won because I just ran out of verses. I didn't know how to freestyle, I just had verses. But everybody knew I was clearly the best person in there. So I was like, alright, cool. Some dude recorded it on a little flip phone, nasty footage, like phone footage, but he recorded it. And that was the only battle he caught was me and J Focus, right? And he put it on YouTube. Nobody knew what YouTube was. This is still DVD going into YouTube. This is 2006, 2007.
For Soldier,
right?
For Soldier.
So for whatever reason, exactly, son. You heard that? Yeah. What's he doing? What's your slogan?
King Rico, that nigga with the cheat.
So we go. So it's on YouTube. I don't know what YouTube is. Nobody knows what YouTube is. I don't know why he uploaded it. If he was like, but he uploaded it there. Fast forward, we don't know what YouTube is. I don't know what's sitting on YouTube for like 2 years now. So now 2007, 2008 comes. J Focus ends up winning 106 in Park, and he's the 106 in Park champion for a couple weeks. So he's lit. So I'm watching it. I put this on everything, son. Whatever show that was fucking with that day back then, she knows. Because I remember watching it, and I jumped up like, yo, what the fuck? I was singing 106. I was type hating a little bit. Because 106, at the time, 106, you
run it home after school, nigga.
He was hot. Got my snacks.
And he wasn't the champion. And he wasn't the champion for 1 week. Some was on like week 4, 5 or some shit. He got some run. So I was like, man, I beat this nigga. I washed this nigga. You know what I mean? So it was the battle, like, it was like forcing its way on me kind of because, you know, I was still making music, but a lot of things that popped was ended up in the battles, and I wasn't even going hard with the battles. I was doing battles here and there. But that right there really caught me where I was like, I could do this because he's on there. You get what I'm saying? Real nigga that he is. This guy named Direct. Direct started Grind Time. Direct is still in the culture. He works with King of the Dot, all that, right? Direct was just a battle rap fanatic. Like the nigga literally has watched every single battle that has ever happened. Like he was like that from back then. He was on it, right? So when J Focus won, everybody's googling him, and when they Google him, it's this little Puerto Rican nigga from Brooklyn that is smoking him, and people are like, Who's this kid? You get what I'm saying? But I don't know this because I don't even have YouTube, bro. Like nobody was on it. Like World Star wasn't lit. You know what I'm saying? So it was nothing. So niggas was still on DVDs. That's the Lions Den shit come out and all that. Boom. Niggas know I got that little rep there. I end up going up to Lions Den. I battled at home. I battled Newborn. I battled Nobody knew who Newborn was at the time. It's the first time I met Lux, Mook, and Rex.
So he was good too. Newborn was good.
Newborn was fire.
I remember watching them shit.
So I me and my niggas, we go up to Harlem, we wild deep. Mind you, all this shit is brewing, but people don't know who I am, and I don't really know that they know who I am. So we in there. I'm in there like 30 deep. Brooklyn niggas, we in Harlem. They close us in the barbershop. Everybody's blicked up. It's real shit going on. So then Lux is like, Cortez and Newborn. So I come out, and niggas is like, oh, because I was only Spanish. And I always used to feel that like niggas try to play me a little bit like, yo, bro, I'm really outside type shit. You feel me? But they knew we was slime because they seen a whole bunch of Brooklyn niggas. They're like, nah, this little Puerto Rican nigga, wild nigga, little bit. Yeah, they with the shits. Battle Newborn. Crazy battle, but I win. It's a fire battle, but we shook the room. We shook the building. Mook was there, Lux was there, right. Niggas was like, oh, shut that. Next thing you know, the nigga Newborn seen this shit and freestyles about the shit with the J Focus shit. So he said something about it, so I'm like, how the fuck he know about that? Like, you know what I'm saying? But niggas, he was new, but that show how like Newborn was ahead. He was already freestyling new shit in his writings and shit. So, you know, it was love after that and all that. Next thing you know, the nigga Direct calls me and it's this Florida number that keeps calling me. I don't know what this number is. I just picked up one day. I'm like, yo, who is this? Like, this number keep calling. I pick up. He's like, yo, Cortez, my name is Direct. Don't hang up. I've been trying to call you. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
you know it's business.
Don't hang up.
Yeah, business, man.
Yeah, so
Please.
So I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, he's like, yo, look, I'm a battle rap fanatic. I'm starting this league called Grind Time. It's gonna be the biggest thing in battle rap. I seen your battle with J Focus, and I went to 106 to meet J Focus, and he gave me your number. And I was hoping that it didn't change. Now, my number's still the same. Like, for that reason, my number has never changed. For that reason, you get what I'm saying? Like that was a lesson. My number, that was 2 years and change that nigga had my number. My number could have easily been changed. You know what I'm saying? But no. He gave and he didn't hate. He was like, nah, here's Cortez. And he didn't even hit me and ask me like, yo, bro, I'm gonna give you a number. Nigga never hit me nothing. He just gave me my number. You know that's against the rules.
It's definitely against the rules.
What?
Don't get my fucking number.
Yeah, exactly. But he did it, right? Like that, so then I'm like, alright, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And then he said he gives us the date. I don't write no rounds for this again. I just go there with bars that I have. Okay. The nigga tells me, he's like, yo, we're in partnership with World Star Hip Hop. We're launching World Star Hip Hop with battle rap. A lot of people don't know World Star started with battle rap. So the first, so that New York Grind Time ended up being 4 divisions: West Coast, Florida, Midwest, and the East Coast. You get what I'm saying? So if you battle rapped in Atlanta, you had to go down to Florida for the battles. It was like, you know, but it was really forcing niggas that, yo, you're really on it like that? You know what I'm saying? Get to one of those events, you know what I mean? They would have tryouts and all that. None of us tried out. So I battled this dude in Complex that day. I battled him in Queens. I battled him out here in Queens, actually, by Cherry Valley. We go over there. Boom. I see Hollow there. I see Iron Solomon there. So I'm like, damn, like, what's going on? They're like, oh, Hollow's battling J Focus. It's the headline battle, and you battling Complex as the little undercard. And I'm just like, oh, so J Focus is here too? Yeah. But then Hollow's there. we start chopping it up because the rest of them grind time niggas was kind of like white boy, nerd rappers. Me and Hollow was hood, you know what I'm saying? So we gravitated towards each other. And Solomon was there. So once I seen Solomon there, if you knew battle rap, you knew he was on the Smack DVD, you knew he was on the things. I was like, damn, alright, maybe this shit is something serious because why is he here? Like, why would he be here? You know what I'm saying? Boom, long story short, we ended up battling in a boiler room. Smaller than that, bro. A boiler room. We literally battled in a boiler room.
That's crazy.
Nigga, that and Hollow's battle ended up being the first. Hollow and J Focus was the first battle drop with World Star. And then me and Compass was the second one that dropped on World Star. This is the launch of World Star, and that shit takes off. Those battles take off with it. Crazy. Niggas don't know nothing. Next thing, grind time is lit. People will go to World Star for battles. People and the grind time shits is 1 minute rounds. So you got 3 minutes with each battler. Yeah. It's quick. It's some shit you could watch real quick. You in the crib, you on the bus, you on the way to school, you on the way to work, whatever. So it them shit just started picking up. Niggas got lit. From there, it was no turning back. I was just like, oh, okay. And then, after that, I'm getting paid and all this. Yeah. So it wasn't like to double back. It wasn't that I even thought of it. It was just those doors opened up, and I was just lucky to be able to take advantage of it at that time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't the game plan at all. Because when I started popping on the battle rap, mad niggas that did music with me was like, where did this come from? Like, where did this come from? Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like it helps me now because I'm conditioned with the music. But I had a real strong foundation with it. So it never left. You know what I'm saying? I just concentrate on where the money was and how to become a bigger brand. You know what I mean? That way. So.
That's lit. That's lit.
I need a refill. This is lit.
I'm
smoking
Yo, like neighborhood liquor store.
And you gotta come do
and
be on live in Martin. And I want to point out, as people of color, like I work in the tech space, so like I refer to BIPOC people. I literally need to point out how articulate you are. Yes. Not because the story you told answered the question.
Yes.
Guys, please pay attention.
Learn how to do that.
He did not
ramble.
He didn't go on tangents.
You gotta do it.
Bro. That's like, yo, bro, that's not what I asked you, bro.
It came back and led to my I was gonna say my final battle rap question is Head Ice. Like, cause you was talking about the small room and all that. How you the streets say that's your biggest controversial battle. Yeah. Know what I mean? Yes, definitely the first one. Yes, in the Lions Den. Cause I mean that small room, the energy. How did you feel about that? Because I heard everybody voted against you.
I mean, that was the thing was. Kid Capri got involved. Kid Capri was like, yo, look, I want the illest dudes from New York. And now he had the illest dudes from New York. And he's like, yo, we're going to do a battle for HBO. It's for HBO network type of thing. So everyone needed opponents. But everyone was scared to battle Ice because Ice was the biggest name. Ice was the biggest name in battle rap, and it was in Harlem.
And that's hometown. If anybody knows,
Math always used to say, battling Head Ice in Harlem is like battling Aquaman in the ocean.
Really though, nigga, like,
you know what I mean? And
simple math.
And I always remember when he said that, and I was just like, yeah, fuck that.
You know
what I'm saying? Yeah, like I gotta take that opportunity because I was still new at the time, you know. So I don't care how he looked at it, but if you hungry and you're a product of this environment, then you already know how you gotta come. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can't correct. Like we ain't you know how some people say it ain't over once you get to the league. Now that you got in the league, now you gotta work for your contract. Now you gotta work. Now you want to become the Hall of Fame, and now you right. So some niggas just make it to the league and be happy. I feel like maybe that's where his headspace was. He just thought he was the man. He didn't see the bigger picture. I was like, nah, I'm going up there to wild on this thing. You feel what I'm saying? So I went up there and I did what the fuck I do. You know what I mean? It was super controversial. But again, remember what I said before when I went to Harlem before? I always used to feel like niggas be on some slow Puerto Rican nigga ain't really with it like that.
Already, so you felt you came in already the underdog. Yeah,
so I felt like when they judged the battle, you know what I'm saying? They was just more mad that the way I watched them, there shouldn't have been no debate. But you know, it was his home type shit. Then niggas didn't want to hurt his feelings. They didn't want to hurt his feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at it. But it helped me even that because it just caused so much controversy that people was like, nah.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? And it opened more doors because they was like, we still want to see Cole.
Yeah.
That really let me know that it don't matter about a win or loss because they still wanted to see me after that. After that, he kind of already started dwindling. You feel me? His next battle was against Quest McCody on Grind Time. Mine was against X Factor on the very first URL call.
Yes.
So it showed exactly where we went in
X Factor
trajectory.
was, I mean,
You know what I'm
top 10,
saying?
yeah.
Like, it was, and I wasn't playing with him. You feel what I'm saying? I went up there, and I was battling in front of Lux, battling in front of Mook, Rex, Kid Capri, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, KRS-One, Styles P,
legendary.
Raekwon,
Nah, tell them.
Styles
Y'all
P,
niggas need to
Raekwon.
know.
Everybody who's naming were the voters. You get what I'm saying?
And niggas that just beat verses too, nigga.
Yeah,
Still relevant.
You
Like,
see what I'm saying?
me and Daddy Kane is still cool off of that. Like he somehow in a interview recently he was asked about battle rap and he was talking about that day and then he was like Cortez and then niggas added me and then we started building. I was just speaking the other day and I'm still bugging. I'm like, damn son, like I'm on the phone with
Kane. Like,
you feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I mean?
My thing about battle rap, I mean, I love wordplay and wit. I mean, and you
That's my thing.
yeah, and I mean, like that's just what you have, like, and like to highlight something like the way you do name flips and shit like that. I mean, how do you go into that? Like, you feel me? Like as far as like 28 grams, you don't got an ounce of
respect. Yeah,
I'm like, my nigga, like how you flip some name like that? Like, how do you do that shit?
It's because I mean the name flips. You just learn that over the time. It's like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna fuck your name up in all types of different ways. You know what I'm saying? That's a practice that you just learn over time. You work on it. You end up.
Witty
but
shit.
then there'd be some times where I just see a certain opponent name and it's just everything just bing, 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 bing. But it still gotta make sense. So I always feel like I still have to rap, and I feel like that's my advantage. That I can really rap. So sometimes I could just be like da 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 ounce of respect, ounce of respect, ounce of respect. You know, 28 grams. Nigga, you don't get an ounce of respect. Like you get what I'm saying? Like shit like that, and it's like, and it comes across real raw and. I just know what people expect from Cortez now. Yo, they want witty wordplay. They want me to talk my street shit. They want me to do my little Southside chopped out shit, you know, like entertainment wise. And at the same time, just be cool, because I'm never extra. I'm not an extra type of dude. I'm the cool nigga in the club. You feel what I'm saying? Like, type shit. You feel me?
Know who you are.
I don't try to be extra. I don't want to try hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it goes against you because sometimes you ain't motivated. You know, I'm not going to act like there ain't times where you're just not motivated, but I've been doing this 10 years. Some days you don't want to go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, talk about it.
You know? But you gotta be real with yourself, man. You know what I mean? I look at it and I sit there and say, you know what? I'm blessed. I do what I love for a living. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. 10 is better. You feel me? 10 is better. You know what I mean? Some rhymes. But real talk, like, that's something that, you know what I mean? You know, everybody got parents, everybody got family. Niggas like, yo, what you doing with yourself? And then when that shit breaks through, it's like they sit there like, oh, okay.
Now I understand.
Feel good. Niggas the baby moms and joints like that. When you prove your baby mom wrong, that's
legendary.
You know we gotta go to Chico now.
Now we talking. Alright, so now we spoke about the battles, and that's on like one-on-one kind of feel. Now I want to talk about the music, where it's not really, well, it's still like a one-on-one, but I see it as like a tag team. You understand? So a lot of your music, of course, you got the solos, but you do got your songs, your features with nobody else than the legendary, right? So you understand? That alone is a task in itself. How do you get yourself ready or prepare yourself to spar with somebody like that on a record? Not to just, we know how it is. You get on the track with somebody, you like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. You the feature, I ain't trying to get laughed or this, that, and that. How do you get yourself ready for that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Both times I did this song with Matt, I had to just give it to him already done though. I was like, he's gonna get crazy. He's gonna get crazy. But it's method man, and you just gotta understand and be like, yo, look, I'm just gonna get so crazy that you're gonna want to get on the record. That's
what it is.
And that worked both times. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he's top tend to me all time and everything. Performer, rapper, delivery, actor. Like that man to me, and he's the realest to me because he opened every door, a lot of doors for me. A lot of doors. He solidified a lot of shit just doing music with me. Even now, to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like we that's my nigga. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like for real. Like for real. So like him, he's different, bro. He's different, bro. Like he there's not people like him. You know what I mean? So I have access to the studio, like in the meth lab. Like he just opened up a new studio. I have complete access to it. I could go there and rehearse my battles. I could go record. I recorded the Resolutions album there. He's in and out of there all the time. You feel what I'm saying? So like the other day he just hit me. I'm outside, I'm chilling, I'm smoking, I'm talking on the phone. He come out the studio, he's like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, nah, you know, I'm chilling. He's like, yo, I need a hook. For your shit?
Not the nigga that created the cream, bro. You not talking about the same nigga I'm watching on Hulu.
Bro,
he made Biggie Smalls change the verse.
And the thing, if you notice when he did that, he said, shots my man Ray the Ruckus. That's my guy, Ray Ruck. That's his right hand man. I know Ruck. That's my guy. And Ruck always used to tell me, he be like, yo, that cream shit. You know what I mean? Like that was some shit he had, like the slang in the hood. And when they fucking dropped it, and then he says it in the episode, he's like, after Meth walks out, he says, yeah, man, that's my man Ray Ruckus. I was like, that's real, because that means Meth made sure they put that in the show, like. Make sure you give my man Ray some credit because
it does not.
That right there shows how much of a real G.
You know we always gotta give y'all an educational segment. Yes, character. It does not take away from you to share resources. It does not take, like, that Method Man don't owe nobody nothing. So for him to be able to open the door for Cortez, and Cortez to even be able to be here right now, that shows you character. That shows you that you're invested on the ground level into what you really profess. You feel what I'm saying? But how was that energy? Like being in the video, standing next to him, like what was that?
Energy is important, like the man, bro. What? I feel like the man. Like I tell you, like the first. He don't smoke with a lot of people.
I know that.
I ain't gonna lie. That's how me and him got wild cool too, because I smoked gas and he smoked gas. So he was like, what? He was like,
you had a how high moment with meth? I got a
crazy. I know my bud. Niggas know I know my bud. So I was lit. I was like, I was like, you know?
I love that, right? I love that.
He's the realest, man.
I love that. And we talking about resolutions. I think the segment into the music, right? Because you know the battles is cool, right? And we respect it. Shout out to the last 30 that you just got. Shout out to the 30 for that one. Shout out to the other one. Like, you know, wait, before we get on battle rap, my fault, before we get to resolutions, how do you prepare? What is the process? How do you memorize? How are you doing your research? Like, niggas don't ever spill this part. Just give us a little bit.
A little insight.
What I do is, if I battle you, and especially if I met most of these people before, I go off their character. I'm really gonna write about what I think of you. If I know you fronting, or if I know you try too hard, I'm gonna try to point that out, because I feel like other people are gonna feel that way too, and they never told you.
Exactly.
Now you have to understand why, right? If let's say you're OCD, right? Let's say you OCD and I see you doing this, you do this, right? And then I see how you are, and I'm imagining that everybody in here is annoyed that you be doing it. So I know that when I battle you, I'm gonna touch on shit that everybody in the room is gonna be able to laugh at and relate to. It lightens the mood, it grabs the crowd, it grabs people to like laugh. You get what I'm saying? But that's the entertainment part. So I try to do that. So like whatever I think of you, or how I perceive you, or whatever flaws I see in your character on how you move, I'm gonna point that out. Now I'm gonna mix that in with bars, I'm gonna mix that in with flows and all that. That's the easy shit. Cause you still have to rap. It's battle rap. So there's times when I'm battling you, and there's times when I'm rapping. You know what I mean? So I look at it like that. And then I just make sure I hate memorizing. That is the hardest part. I like coming up with the shit. Ooh, son,
No, you doing that right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, alright, hold on. And you know, that part is fun.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm trying to memorize it, and then I'm practicing if I should be on some shit like, if I'm on some shit like, the Block's Illa, sipping of the Block's Illa, popping bottles of vodka, or I could be like, something but the Block's Illa, something with the vodka, rock villas. Now I'm figuring out how I'm gonna say it to you, and which sounds flyer and smoother. That shit is annoying, bro. Yeah. Because I'll have it a certain way, but my breathing I might be losing my breath at this point, or I might gotta change it. Or after I learn it, I'll sit there and be like, I don't like this line no more. Yeah. But now when I change this line, everything else happens. So it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then the crazy thing is, like, preparation is really a big thing. Mm-hmm. But a lot of battle rappers will tell you, like, we're not done until right before we go on stage. Mm-hmm. So I'm still
for me, you cannot tell me you are an artist, you are a rapper, if you do not study battle rap. There's no way, because that tells me that you're not even doing the research in the field that you're in. Because the way that you guys construct raps,
being the best rappers in the world.
Literally like the best rappers in the world.
With the textbook of how to rap. You know what I'm saying? I feel like before people would have the mixtapes, right? You go get a Fab freestyle, a Kiss freestyle, and you would learn your bars, a whole with somebody. Now you go to battle rap to learn the bars. You want to learn about shit like that, you go to battle rap. You know what I mean? And I feel like this. We are the entertainers, entertainment. Drake, Snoop,
favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Exactly, like for real shit.
I know,
literally.
That shit is crazy.
Let's jump into 2020 though. We got that.
Now, as far as 2020, I felt like everyone was like 2020, new decade, new me. Oh, the moon is different. Oh, the retro game. Everybody had plans for 2020. Niggas was new love life. Niggas was free.
I had plans.
And then everything went to shit when the pandemic hit. Everything went to shit. You know, it's fucked up. It hit everybody though. So I felt like it was a blur when I started working on the album too. It was like everything just hit everybody so fast. And you know it's about to be 2021, and you're gonna have to fix all those resolutions you had. All them goals and shit that you was working on needs to. I know it's different now because everyone had to make sacrifices and learn new things. Yeah, so that's why I touched on and made it resolutions, and that's like I feel like you hear the pain. You know what I mean? I lost one of my best friends. You know, Brad brought me to sit there and be like, yo, I can't just be dependent on the battles. You feel what I'm saying? Because what the fuck, nigga? Like, we battle rappers, I'm spitting in your face, you're spitting in my face. That shit is a dub. That shit is a dub. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it just caused everybody. So that was the process that I went into. Look, I'm gonna talk my pain, I'm gonna talk my struggle, you know, and I think through the album it starts off dark and like more like with a purpose and a message, and then I start getting to the money and start lightening up, and then it's like, alright, I'm here, like lyrically, I'm here. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I kind of wanted to build it. You know what I mean? Short and sweet, but very direct. Nothing wasted. You know what I mean? No space wasted. Like you got a point in every song.
That whole white bar was crazy. Just pointing that out.
As far as the music and like you being transparent and everything like that, how does that transfer into therapy for you?
Oh, it definitely
like
is.
when like when you're experiencing this trauma and stuff like that, and you actually get to like express it in a certain way that you can't to no one else, but you can in that song.
I feel like the response, because I feel now I could confidently say I feel Resolution is my best project, right? I feel like I had good projects, but I feel like this one was more of a complete joint. And I was worried at first. I was like, damn, how niggas gonna receive this? Like, you know what I mean? Because I ain't put out a project in a minute. I'm kind of just being me. Like you know what I mean. And sometimes you gotta be vulnerable as an artist too.
Yeah.
You have to be. People, you don't. We don't like Mary J when she's happy in a relationship. We don't like Eminem when he doesn't have problems with his baby moms. Like you gotta have some adversity. You gotta have some type of pain to go through, something to talk about. You know. And I was just worried. I was like, damn, you know what I mean? Like these niggas gonna respect it.
Yeah.
You feel me? And the way people respected it, my confidence. I was like, oh, this is good. This is what I want to do. And when you find that as an artist, that's a very huge thing in your elevation. You need to find what works your niche, where you comfortable. And you realize like people fuck with you because they need this.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's confirmed. Now I'm gonna keep giving it to you. You get what I'm saying? And grow from there. So once I did that, it you know what I mean? And I know that from like certain things, like I did the pre-sales. You know, Meth heard the album. You know, I played it for him. I played it with some of the homies in the studio, and everyone was giving me the same response. Like, this is great. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. This is a new level, Cole.
Well, I don't mean to go back to the battle rap, right? So
Alright,
I have this question, you know what I'm saying? So, battle rap, you understand, we got they do 2-on-2s. It says here a lot of 2-on-2s. Mm-hmm. If you could put yourself in that predicament and you had to, you know, they had a card coming up and it's only duos battles, it's only 2-on-2, mm-hmm. Who would you pick as your partner?
I mean, I've had a 2-on-2 with DNA before in London. I did Math.
Who do you think would be best to compliment? Like, best? Like,
it's gonna be Math or it's gonna be
Yeah, that shit with your Math was wicked.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna
So
hold you. He was in red form.
Me and Misfit did eat some coffee.
Yeah, y'all smoked that
coffee.
though.
Yeah, we smoked them.
Yeah.
But I felt like the scale, the event wasn't to put that me and Matt when we battled.
Nah, Matt was in red form, bro.
Yeah, son.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm ready to rock with you, nigga.
yeah, I was confused. I was like,
I was doing some.
them niggas was right for that shit.
walking through.
Now, since we on that duo shit, like, how was the preparation for that? Like, I care about the
That's
behind the
more fun.
scenes shit.
See, I look at more the 2-on-2 like the All-Star Weekend.
Yes.
Like,
Oh, that's
we can do
hard.
whatever we
we
want.
can do whatever we want, son. Like because there's 4 stars on the stage. The crowd is gonna love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be too serious. You want to have some shit where they realize like, oh, they came to smoke shit. But you know, you want to have fun. So you know, we did the whole synchronized swimming, or we did the Jamaican call, or we did the Millie Rock, and niggas were just going hilarious. And that shit ends up being fun. The fun thing is, right? Like there's we battled DNA and K-Shine in Atlanta, me and Math, right? And while we was preparing, I had a shit about. I said, get ugly with the shot, Sean Marion, right? Right. So that's a bomb. Right?
That's what I'm saying. It is.
That's all we got niggas had.
Now look. Yo. So when I said it in the crib, Math wasn't jagging the line. Math was like, nah, cool, that's not. I'm like, boy, that's it. I'm like, you bugging, that's it. He's like, nah, but it don't. Boy, that's it. That's gonna shake the room. He was like, why you think of this shit? I'm like, bro, because it's not direct. It's just a ball. It's just a ball that's out of nowhere. Sometimes you need to just hit niggas with a ball out of here, left field.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's crazy. He's like, cool, it's not really that crazy. I'm like, they're gonna go crazy. He's like, you know what? I ain't gonna tell you. You can say it. You say it though. I'm not gonna say it.
That's a real nigga. That's a real nigga combo.
It was like a breakup. It was like a breakup where I was gonna be like, "It get ugly with the shot," and he said, "Sean Marion."
Oh.
But he's like, I ain't saying it.
That's a trendy shit. That's a trendy shit.
No, he wasn't tagging it, right? So he's like, cool, you can say it, but don't say I told you. I said, well, I'm saying it. I said, and it's gonna shake the room. He's like, all right, whatever. So we go in the battle. I can get ugly with the shot. Sean Marion, the building goes crazy. They go crazy. Right? Yo, they go stupid. Everybody goes crazy. So while the crowd's going crazy, I look right at Matt.
Yeah. That's love. I like the
And he starts laughing. He starts laughing.
That's real.
Then when they edit the battle, they give me the graphic that's on the highlight reel.
Uh-huh.
And all that. He's like, that's the highlight reel? I'm said,
should have joined
you
me.
should told you, nigga. I said, I told you, bro. From there, we just laughed. And this shit, he done told me that I wasn't jagged that it hit. You know what I mean? Like the Millie Rock, I thought it was fire. I know it was gonna hit the way it did. That shit shook the whole building. I knew it was gonna hit. I knew it was gonna hit. But I didn't know it was gonna hit like that. Like I felt the building.
Yeah, that's wild.
I was like, oh shit, that's 3,000 people going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you know shit like that be happening all the time. You know what I mean? So to spin back 2-on-2s is fun. It's wild fun. It's the All-Star game. You know how you see Kyrie and he gonna try some shit on Curry and he gonna do some shit. These niggas gonna try alley. They gonna try shit out. So that's why I look at that. That's why that shit is wild fun.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Since we on battle rap, right? Boom. Who do you feel like who's next? Who's next for you on battle rap? Who do you want? Fuck who's next?
I don't even want to say who I want because I'm not chasing nobody, right?
Fact.
Like I feel like you step in my circumference. You want to square up.
Food. Okay.
Amoeba, nigga.
Okay.
I mean,
Exactly.
amoeba,
You know what I'm saying? You know
fact.
what I mean? So like that's how I'm moving. Like I'm not chasing nobody. Like I felt like this narrative where people was thinking like I'm chasing Surf, and I was like, nah, I'm not chasing him. I said he talked too much.
The people want to see that.
Wait, like
it's the people that's.
There's a real nemesis with you and
He
Sir?
talked too much. He talked.
This is new to me.
You walk outside the block. You go to the store. The nigga from the store every day grilling you. You actually, yo, son, why you grilling me?
that's
he just tell you, and he tell you like, nah, we good. You bugging. All right. Then the next day, you come in the store. He grilling you like, yo, bro, why you grilling? Nah, bro, we good. That's the game he plays. You know what I mean? So sometimes I look at it like, okay, you can't. I don't want to play games with you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna come in the ring? I'm gonna fuck you up. You feel what I'm saying?
Like I'm a cutthroat nigga like that. You think he ducking? You think he ducking?
I don't even think he ducking. I think he really thinks he's that. I really feel like in his mind, he think he that. And I'm sitting here like, the day you sign that contract,
Yo, Smack, just set it up. Just set it up.
I don't have to talk. The day he signed that
I'm gonna do it for you. I want to see it. The people really want to see it though.
That would be an
Legendary. 2 top 10s.
He know what's up. You know if you want the classic, he know where to come. If it ain't a classic, it's a cash.
Well, you just
Now hold on. Say that again. Wait, hold on. Say that again. Hold on.
Okay, listen.
And
hold on.
it's a classic.
People say it's
We're not the show that does gossip or negative feedback. Like that's why we don't talk about it too much. Because I don't like that. Like I don't like when people just sit around and gossip. I really believe in community. But John. I was a bit confused at that last battle because I want to talk about resolutions. These niggas were like, but
you gotta get this out.
Yeah, I was just a little confused how you call out Surf for that long. And that was the result. Now, was it because, like, we don't understand. Like, in the room, it may have hit. Like, I don't understand. I'm watching on YouTube, you know? So, but from what I was, on caffeine, so what I was looking at, I'm just like, there's no way you called this nigga out for that long and prepared that. Oh, but it was fire, though. Wait,
It wasn't what people wanted from. Now, this is the thing. I said earlier, timing has a lot to do with things. That was the first event where the fans get to come out, right? That was the first big event. I'm smart enough to know they haven't seen Sue Surf in 2 years, and they're dying to see him because he is a name.
Yeah, and he keeps it.
So you have to know when you're going on the stage what you're up against. You're gonna be up against the crowd too. For that. Because he also went in there with a fuck everybody attitude, which is what you kind of needed. Yeah. But I just feel like he could have even just performed better. Remember how I was talking about the performance?
He's amazing. Like he's really good at that shit.
But I feel like once that first round got deflated, and the crowd, sometimes that momentum swing. That momentum swing is bigger than everything. So you could be trying your hardest, and if a nigga just swagging on you, and you know what I'm saying, and I ain't gonna lie, he got bitches
swagging on niggas crazy.
and I ain't gonna lie, Surf was swagging. You feel me? That first round.
Yeah.
So it was like, damn, like he got the room. You know what I mean? And as soon as I seen that, I was just saying, I was like, you know what? Timing, because I was like, no one really was gonna get up there and beat him. Like really, I don't think no one was gonna get up there and beat him. I felt like they was feeling to see him, and he gave them 3 rounds. And he gave them 3 rounds.
Strong.
Right? Yeah. So it was just like, and he's got 3 rounds. He's like, chill. I got a 3rd. Chill. Like he played to the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
He did it.
You know what I mean? And
he stepped in the character.
Exactly.
He stepped in the character.
And that's where he is. That's where I will give him his props at. He understands that. He understands how to play into the character and sell the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
we want to see it. We want to see
that. We definitely want to see that.
But he know the bodega open 24/7.
Jersey and shout out to
No window too. The door's open. You don't even gotta go to the window. The door's open.
What we got designer graba at the bodega.
He said the cat on the bread. Don't mind him. He live
We
here.
smoke designer marijuana. We don't smoke blacky. Like, make that very clear. I bet. So we talk about resolutions, right? We talk about the fact that it's very hip hop, it's very New York. Now let's talk about the independent wave. Do you feel, what are the pros and cons of the major and the independent, and what has been working for you?
Just making music right now. You have to have interaction online in some way, and your fans have to be able to communicate with you. If they feel like you're too Hollywood and you're not obtainable, they might fuck with your song. But once you're not lit, you're not lit.
Yeah.
You want to build a core fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wanna, yeah, it's there. It's the bar killer. Don't worry about it, alright? I might finish a whole round by today. You know what I'm saying? But really, it's about your timing and like you being able to connect with the people. Like I said, what I did with the pre-sales or what I did with just the rollout, how I dropped the videos, whatever it was. I was one-on-one with people where it was like people felt included, like, yo, cool, this album is dope, man, yo. I was responding to fans. I was responding to comments. I took my time out and said, all right, boom, I'm going to take out 2 hours out of the day, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night, just to go through my social media, talk to people, respect, go on my lives, all that. And I seen my numbers just in jump, and I was like, all right, engagement. Like, you know, people say engage, but that's really what it is. Like, you got to do that. It's strenuous, but I like it because this is what I do for a living.
Yeah.
You know, a label is gonna help you and push you and put you in certain things and put you on a bigger. They can market you a different way, and that can be a stain on you forever.
Sure.
You understand? Like if you watching that Wu-Tang shit, you see how your man Prince Hakeem,
they try to box him.
I never knew about that shit. That's a completely different RZA, ODB. I don't know them for that. I know niggas for being grimy and crazy.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So it's like they didn't even see what they had. Like they didn't know how to market at all. They bottled it up a completely different way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas went to ladder. Was like, nah, we're gonna bottle this shit up. We're gonna put the white label on it. Boom, we got the new logo. Now this is what y'all are now. You know what I'm saying? And your packaging, your presentation is everything. You know they always say you only get one first impression.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? So that's where I look at the risk of a label. But a label can put you,
of course,
everywhere. You know what I mean? And if it clicks, you're lit. You're going.
Yeah.
Something that I wanted to touch on as an independent artist is how do you motivate yourself day to day? Like when you wake up, you feel me? Like how do you motivate yourself to be better than what you was the day before? You feel me? Because you don't have that major label who's setting up the schedule for you, who's linking up you with artists and stuff like that. How do you put in that footwork for you?
I'll be honest with you, it's taken me a long time, but like I know a lot of people, right? And relationships are everything, right? I know a lot of people, that, and people to the point that if I ask you, yo, pull up for me, you're gonna pull up for me because I'm not a slime. I've never had bad business. You never heard no shady shit about me with no bread, no nothing like that. I always been a get fly, get money nigga. Bitches fuck with me. Like I make sure like I'm in the loop. You feel what I'm saying? So nobody ever throw dirt on my name. So if I gotta pull strings and hit up a certain podcast or a certain singer or a certain studio or a director or a photographer, niggas know me. Niggas fuck with me. Yo, cool. What up? Yo, boy. Yo, boom. I'm doing this, and this. Yo, what's up, my nigga? You know what I mean? I need a photographer to come out here. Boom, boom. Alright, cool. I'm there. So niggas fuck with me. Even you, yo, bro. I got this little cypher popping. This shit gonna be lit though, but it's gonna open doors for other things. It wasn't me sending you something. No, we spoke. Yeah. And I broke it down. Nah, I want you to know this is what it is. This is what I'm trying to do. That type of one-on-one works because people be like, yo, he's taking his time out to fuck with me or work with me, but also at the same time, he's working towards something. Alright, I'm gonna see where he going with it. You know what I'm saying?